Caretakers, protein and nutritional needs. There are a number of diseases and conditions that can leave a person unable to physically or mentally care for themselves any longer. There are several options for the person in the family that is dealing with these conditions. They can seek long-term care facility placement, they can hire professional caregivers who give drop-in or live-in care, or they can care for the family member on their own. A 2005 survey showed that between 1.3 million and 1.4 million children between the ages of 8 and 18 provide at least some care for a chronically ill or disabled family member. 34% of these children are caring for a parent. 38% are caring for a grandparent. 11% are caring for a sibling. 9% are caring for an aunt or other relative. 8% are caring for a family friend or other non-relative. Source: Stevens 2008. Children and young adults who are in the caregiver role are typically from single-parent households and also come from families with lower incomes. Because they are fulfilling a very adult role, they tend to be missing out on a number of childhood activities as well as facing increased stress factors and poorer health. These children may also be missing out on proper nutrition and exercise opportunities, putting them at greater risk for a number of health conditions themselves, including obesity, hypertension, diabetes, and heart disease. There are programs that are meant to help these children to get a break from their caretaker roles. However, they are not available in all areas and there may not be funding to continue them at all times. There is often a large waiting list for these programs as well. Healthy diet needs. The growing child and teenager have increased dietary needs, especially if they are doing the physical work of caring for a loved one. The average teen girl needs about 2,200 calories per day, with the average teen boy needing slightly more at around 2,800. Stress, lack of time, and lack of exercise may lead to poor diet choices. In addition, these children are more prone to feelings of utter sadness, which may lead them to seek comfort in food. The number of U.S. teens that are obese is over 17%, with children from poor families 50% more likely to be obese than their peers. U.S. teens are also twice as likely to be overweight or obese in comparison to their peers in 14 other industrialized countries. Source: Papalia, Olds and Feldman 2008. The young caregivers are more likely to live in a single-parent, poorer household. They also are more likely to belong to a minority group. Source: Young caregivers in the U.S. survey. These children need 3 things to help keep them in optimal health: 1. A good diet, 2. Exercise, and 3. Better stress management skills. A teen's diet should be made up of around 50% carbohydrates, 25 to 35% protein and 15 to 25% fat. Depending on the age group, the need for healthy proteins may be a full gram per kilogram of body weight, for ages 11 to 14, to 0.9 grams for children up to age 18. Source: The U.S. Guidelines on Protein and Diet. A teen that is more active may need slightly more protein, but it is not likely. Dietary protein comes from either animal or plant sources. Animal proteins are complete and have all 9 essential amino acids that the child needs. These amino acids are vital and the body cannot make them on its own. There are a total of 20 amino acids, with all but 9 being found naturally in the body. Protein is digested by the body and broken down into the amino acids, which are then used for a number of roles in the body. Too little protein in the diet can lead to a loss of muscle tissue and fluid imbalances. Too much can cause liver, kidney, and heart damage. It is also a myth that protein cannot be stored in the body as fat. If there is too much that has been consumed, it can and will be stored as fat. Animal proteins are complete because all 9 essential amino acids are supplied. Animal proteins include meats, eggs, and dairy products. Eggs are considered to be the perfect protein because all available protein is digested by the body. Each egg has a total of 6.5 grams of protein, 5.6 grams of fat, 1.6 grams of saturated fat, and 0.5 grams of carbohydrates. Dairy foods are also animal proteins, with a glass of milk having 9 grams of protein and providing 31% of the recommended amount of calcium. Source: Landers. Plant proteins are incomplete because they lack 1 or more of the essential amino acids. The exception is soy protein, which has all 9 and is good for increasing the nutritional value of foods and providing a number of nutrients. It is valuable for heart health as well. Plant proteins are leaner than most animal proteins and can be a very beneficial part of the diet. Vegetarians and vegans can get an adequate amount of protein in their diet by ensuring that they are eating a variety of foods. The average vegan diet supplies about 10 to 12% of its calories from protein, while the average non-vegan diet supplies around 14 to 18%. Source: Moonjals Ph.D., R.D. Choosing to add protein supplements between meals or even as a replacement meal can be beneficial as long as it provides enough calories and nutrition for the growing adolescent. There are several types of protein supplements, including powders, shakes, liquid shots and protein bars. Protein powders. There are 4 types of protein powders: rice, soy, whey and egg. For those who have any kind of food allergy, single protein powders are the best to try. The most common food allergy or sensitivity is to lactose, milk and milk products, which makes whey protein difficult to digest. The whey protein isolate has less lactose and might be tolerable. 2.5% of the population has at least some level of lactose intolerance, which may be outgrown by some people. Lactose intolerance is also more common in those who are from non-European descent. Source: Rosen, MD and Oz, Maryland, 2006. Of the 4 types, whey protein is the most common, with whey protein concentrate being the least expensive. Rice protein powder is the least likely to cause an allergy, as it is hypoallergenic. Protein shakes, pre-mixed and pre-measured. These are easier to use than the powders and may be more appetizing for the teen to grab and go. The calorie count on these should depend on what they are being used for. A meal replacement shake should have enough calories to approximate a small meal, 220 to 330 calories, while one that is being used as a between-meal snack should have fewer. Protein supplement shots. ProfectR, from Protica, is packaged in a cool vial that will appeal to the teen right away. It also has the kind of flavors that will be more likely to get the teen to consume it: blue raspberry, grapefruit mango, fresh citrus berry and cool melon splash. There is only 100 calories per serving but a full 25 grams of protein, with no carbohydrates and no fat. Protein bars should have a good amount of protein per serving but a lower calorie count. Compare brands with these because some have so much sugar that they are not any better than a candy bar.